What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We found ourselves underneath, oh dang it, we're underneath the F-350. So yesterday I was driving her home and the rear axle started acting, geez, that's gonna piss me off. Rear axle started acting like it was locking up. So essentially slow, tight turns. Felt like if, whoa. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, I felt like the axle was locked. If you have locking diffs, you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm hoping is when I took this in for service, they forgot to add this to it. And that is limited slip additive oil. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna pop this new filler plug out, put this in. I gotta siphon some out. It's windy, so hopefully it doesn't knock it over. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, so all I did was pull that filler plug out. I siphoned probably about 8 ounces of Diff Fluid out. That limited slip additive was 7 ounces. I filled that in. It barely started dripping over, so I know the diff is full of fluid and the problem is gone. So although it's a bummer to have a shop mess something up like that, it's not that big a deal, and I'll take a stop here. So this is great on the Fords, even the old ones, so we can tell pretty much everything about the motor. We can see axle C5 right there. What the heck? Anyway. Axle C5, Google it. It's a Ford limited slip. So once again, unfortunate that a shop forgot to add the additive to a vehicle that they worked on. It's no big deal. I was gonna do the differential anyway, but they ended up just doing it when it was in the shop. I didn't ask for them to do that. I asked for them to just replace the bolt. But anyway, pull some fluid out, add the additive, and now you could hear it before. I'm making myself nauseous doing this. Full turn here. She's perfect. So the instructions say just drive around and figure eights for a while. So that's what I've been doing, and we're mint. So now what we're gonna go do is go seafoam this girl. All right, so we got the seafoam here. I've already done it in the gas tank. This is the intake. However, the problem is we have 2 intake tubes. So I think I'm just gonna do half and half, pop the top one off, and then do the bottom, see how it goes. And then afterwards, I'm gonna get some throttle body cleaner. I already have some. And hit it with those, hit those with it, and take her for a spin. We're gonna get her running right. So when you do this, you're supposed to hold the motor at 2,000 RPM while you spray it. And it says about 7 minutes to empty it. I have no way to hold it at 2,000 RPM, so I'm just gonna run it, spray it for about 3 minutes, and then do the other throttle body intake, and we'll see what happens. Hoo-wee! So per the instructions, you're supposed to take a spirited drive. I don't know if you... That may have been the most smoke I've ever seen come out of a vehicle in my life. It is still that was an absolutely absurd amount of smoke. I didn't catch the beginning because I didn't think it was going to be that extreme, but holy cow. A lot of white smoke came out, and I'm not gonna lie, this is not placebo. Usually I attribute my immediate reactions to placebo. The truck did gain some pickup. It definitely feels a lot peppier. I did split it between the 2 intakes, but I kind of almost want to get a whole nother bottle and run it through each one again. But yeah, I mean, we're cruising at 50 right now. Before, like 50 felt like a top in here. I don't want to floor it because I don't want to break it, but I'll give it some moderate gas. I mean, she's got some get up. Maybe I'll get up here, turn around, and floor the truck. Why not? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So we fixed our differential issue. Just had to put some limited slip additive and drive around in circles for about 10 minutes. So that's all good. Added Seafoam to the motor, and now, I mean, I still have that major exhaust leak. It started coming out the manifold when I was doing the Seafoam. I'm like, oh my God, am I overheating? Am I burning coolant? No, it was just the Seafoam leaking out the manifold. But we'll get that fixed. but the motor is running pretty good. I did run it on like a 40-minute highway trip yesterday, but it's running good, and it feels peppy after that Seafoam. All right, 1989 Ford F-350 5.8. We're gonna floor it from a dead stop. Here we go. All right, so clearly not to 60. She's lacking some power, but once you get up into the higher RPMs, it shifted just fine. It sounded good. It's got a little bit of pull. I'm wondering, that exhaust leak will probably gain us some power back, but that wasn't awful. Definitely wasn't quick, but you got to consider it's a 3-speed, 1-ton truck. That wasn't terrible for being a 1989. And for the hell of it, let's check out my passing power. So say we're at 35, we need to get to 55. Here we go. This is gonna be a full-on floor, hopefully downshifts. That was not bad at all. That felt pretty darn good.